Yo, what's up? It's your favorite cousin Domo, and I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. We catching plays. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Victoria Makanjuola. I'm the host of the Feel Your Feelings podcast. I'm a USC graduate, and I'm walking in purpose.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Jeremey Robinson. I'm the host of the It Factor podcast, and I'm walking in purpose.
This city has stories, and so do we. It's not just a podcast, it's a movement. Real stories, real people, real purpose. Real purpose. Pull up a seat, get comfortable. Let's talk purpose, pain, growth, and everything in between. From the heart of Atlanta to wherever you are, welcome to Stool Talk. Let's walk it out in purpose together. So today with us on Stool Talk, we're honored to have these special guests with us. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose, on purpose, and each and every individual that's on here today is doing that and more. They're killing it in their field. God is definitely working through them and through their brand, through their podcast, and through their communication, and just through the people that they're meeting and the stages that God is putting them on. Today we have with us Mr. Jeremey Robinson. He the host of the It Factor. He has been nothing but short and inspiring from the very first episode. To me, he's shown so much between his versatility, he's authentic, he's genuine, he cares for his guests. He's transformed how I approach my own podcast journey. He's insightful by the questions, uncovering the guest uniques, the it factor for everybody to be able to see and recognize what the person is going through, their journey, and what's their biggest it factor in life. He helps me. He shared different things with me when I felt down. He's encouraged me. Just grateful to have him and to have his podcast to be able to see, to be able to share the things he do. I can't wait to see the heights that he's going to and that he's going to reach in God. Next, we have with us Dominique, Pryor, cousin Domo. She's an amazing visionary behind the brand Catchn Plays. She defined what it means to uplift the youth and athletes in the community. She shines so bright by doing it, being selfless. She takes herself out of it and she makes it about the individual that she creates and that she connects with. She supports their dreams. She made every athlete feel seen. She's valued. She's empowered behind her creation and her digital impact. Her hands on the community work continue to change lives day by day, second by second, stream by stream. Her heart for their service and creative is brilliance. She's a beacon for all. I'm honored to walk alongside of her, get information, call her friend, call her sister, a sister in Christ, send her prayers and encouragement, and continue growth for the Catchn Plays under her leadership is going to be amazing. Last but finally not least, we have Victoria Makanjuola. She's launched Feel Your Feelings Z as a new USC graduate. Congratulations as well as that. She's bold. She's taking the necessary steps by giving faith another meaning, by believing in God to get her through the different times. She has risen through the different challenges. She's intelligent, she's compassionate, she's created a welcome space for Gen Z voices on mental health and their heart and being honored and normalized. And thank you also for inviting me to live your journey, to be a part of your journey, to pour into you and to be able to just show you that what you're doing is making an impact. Your dedication, your thoughtful, your resource, your gift for connecting deeply with the listeners that allow them to be a part of your journey as well, and let them know that they have a voice as well. I'm so proud of you and excited to see what your passion on mental wellness and takes you to the next generation. So yeah, that's it was a purpose that I had each and every one of you guys on here because y'all doing so much great work. And I just wanted to share before we get started a favorite thing from something that y'all have done, something y'all have been a part of. Jeremy, you had on your podcast Chris Paul and Ryan. You know, amazing sports people, and another phenomenal ones. But them the ones stick out to me that I seen and seen the impact from the connections from what you're doing. And those people, they just don't be on any person's podcast. So when they was on yours, I seen the vision of what God is going to do and where He's going to take you through, you know, your brand, your podcast, and different things like that. Domo, I seen you be in different platforms, walking by faith, not knowing how it's gonna look, but using faith as your vehicle to get you there. Being at them tournaments, them league with AI, Stack, with Master P and them son, rocking your gear. So now that's bringing more people to you, and you're doing it on a positive note by allowing God to get the glory, even with your personal journey that I always commend you on, you know, that you doing day by day. That's going to be a whole nother ministry that you got that's going to see people letting you do the things that you do. And Victoria, you with your faith on even going to school, not knowing how it's going to look, not worrying about finances or what God was going to do, but He got you there. To see you graduate from the prestige USC college was amazing. Just being able to be a part of that journey and have you to ask you questions, to have you be on my platform, for you helping other young girls to be able to see that they can do it and they can be whatever they wanted to be. So yeah. So we're gonna start off, like I said, we're gonna go Domo, we're gonna go Victoria, then Jeremy. How did your journey begin? Did you ever imagine the impact that it will make with you and what your brand is doing?
No. So when it comes to Catchn Plays, the only connection I have to it is that I grew up playing sports. I grew up playing basketball. I played all the way to high school, got burnt out, and I just didn't want to play college ball. But I did coach a little bit. I coached for a couple years, and that was amazing. But the love for basketball was just always there. Catchn Plays didn't come until I'm telling my age, but decades later, not a couple, but a decade later, I should say, where I was in a position, I was raising my cousin, and he played sports, and he was playing high school ball, and it was coming a time his junior to senior year where it's time for him to, you know, figure out where he gonna go to school and play basketball. And with that, he need mixtapes. He need to shoot things out to colleges, and he needed to create a presence on social media because that's how you get your name out there too as well. And I just found a need. I was at the games. I was wondering, like, you know, I personally didn't see, you know, the videographers or anything out there at the games, at all the games. And I was just like, you know what? I think this is a way I see a need for not just him, but other kids that are just like him. He's very shy. He's not a social media type of guy. He's in college now. He's playing college ball. Congratulations to him. I'm so proud of him. But if I felt like if there's more kids like him, I want to be the person to do it for them in a sense. So that was how Catchn Plays was formed. I was actually it was going to be more of like a podcast where, you know, we go off of different things that we've seen on maybe like a Max Prep or something like that, their highlights, and we kind of just big the kids up. But the more I talked to people about it, they was like, nah, I think you need to just go on and create the tapes yourself. And I'm like, I don't have no videography background at all. But like I promote all the time, move with God. And God just put me in a position to be the one out there recording the games, and being creative and make those mixtapes, and then create a platform to when I drop those mixtapes for these kids, it brings so much engagement and traction to them, not me, them, because you don't even see my face at all. And then they get noticed from people in their community and outside of the community, you know, and that's the whole point, is just, like you said before, to let them be seen finally, because they felt like they are so underrated. They're so under the radar. No one's looking for them. No one's going to the games. Them games getting packed now. You know, everybody want to come to them games now. And if Catchn Plays there, we put on the show. We throwing stuff in the crowd to the students. We getting everybody pumped up, fired up, and it's just for the culture, man. It's become a great thing.
I like that. Danjuan, thank you for having us on your platform. I really appreciate being here in the amazing intros. And similar to Dominique, like my first love was sports, actually. Like tennis was my first dream. So being a podcast host now was not something that my 8-year-old self would have pictured. I wanted to be like the next Serena Williams and everything. But that's another story because I still have hopes of working in sports and entertainment. But long story short, as a kid, like I just remember just knowing deep down that everybody has a problem or something that they're dealing with that we don't see. And so I think going into college and high school and in my like early career and like during the pandemic especially, I could really feel that. And I knew that everyone was going through something, whether it was being sick with COVID or dealing with like the Black Lives Matter movement and like the heaviness that is associated with that. It was just a really anxious time, and I'm an anxious person as well. So I'm like, what can I do? I could utilize like my personality and being a kind person. It costs $0 to be a kind person. So I was like, I could just start a podcast from my room and talk to people. And it started with talking to people at the George Washington University. And I started the Feel Your Feelings podcast there as my media capstone project. And it continues on to this day. I have not recorded a lot of episodes since like June of last year because I started my master's program. But the point of that was basically to just allow people and give people a space to feel their feelings and allow me to feel mine as well and talk to people. And it's still very broad, but the focus was bridging the gap between Gen Z, so my generation, and mental health. Whether you come from a background, if you want to talk about like how the beauty industry affects you or how politics is affecting you or race, religion is affecting you. It kind of got overwhelming, I'm gonna be honest. So I had to like center down, tailor it down, what I want to do. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah, thank you, Danjuan, man, for having me today. Dominique, amazing story. I love what you do. Look, I got to follow you now because I don't think I follow you yet. So I dang sure got to tap in with you. And Victoria, I'm so proud of you. Glad you graduated, but also I'm ready for you to bring the show back so I can pull up, ready for that. But yeah, man, I say I started in 2019 with the It Factor podcast. The It Factor podcast is a play on words. Believe it or not, I'm a data engineer. I was a software engineer back then. And at first I was going to just bring on people in IT. Oh yeah, it's going to get blacks in IT. And I think God has a way of changing it. Like, hey, it ain't the only thing you could do. I was having a conversation with my mom, and me and my mom was having a conversation going back and forth. She was like, you need to bring them on. You play football. You need to bring athletes. And you need to do this. Doctors, lawyers. And I was like, that's why I started the show. I literally started the show because I didn't see anybody doing it, but also I didn't see anybody bringing athletes on, then turn around, bring a teacher on, then turn around, bring a lawyer on. Then you like, oh, my favorite athlete was on there, but a teacher, man, I knew her. I don't know nothing about her, but I want to know more about her. So the It Factor podcast is everybody. That's why I ask people what's the It Factor, why they do what they do, because everybody has it. Everybody has a purpose. Like you said, walking in your purpose. I feel like everybody has that. So to say now, being in 6 seasons, multiple guests from different statuses, different things of life, it's cool to still communicate with them, man. It's still cool to, talk to Ryan Clark. It's still cool to talk to teachers. It's still cool to talk to you, man. You've been on the show. Wait for Victoria to come on the show and definitely gonna bring you on, Dominique. I say I'm thankful for what a podcast has brought me, man. And it was something that I saw as, dang, I can't do it, to, oh, I love to do this. I can't live without it. I like doing this. And it's able to bless so many people, like Dominique was saying, and Victoria also was saying, and you already live by it. It's something I can't live without, man, because I'm helping people. It ain't about me no more. At first, it was about me. I'm going to bring this. Now it's like, if I bring this person on, a kid back home gonna see this and they gonna be like, oh, I could be like Jeremy. Oh, he an engineer too? It's a lot of people don't even know I'm an engineer or author or so many things, but I'm able to show it on the show. So thankful for that, man.
Okay, and starting back with Domo, going back around, what's something that you learned about yourself through this process of getting to where you want to be, or even walking in what you're doing and really being efficient and really doing it well? What's something that you learned about yourself? Because I know it wasn't easy. I know you had the ups and the downs, and I know you had times where you doubted or you didn't know. So what did you learn about yourself in that process?
It's okay to do it scared. I've like in the past, I've like, and I think a lot of people probably can relate to this. Like we have this a vision, we have an idea, and we want to do it, but we so scared. We don't know how it's gonna turn out. We don't know if the people is gonna gravitate to it. We don't know who gonna like it, if people gonna support it or not. And it's just like I did it scared, especially like I said, I didn't have a videography background. Like Jeremy, I'm a software engineer myself. Like I do that on a day to day. Nobody knows that. So, yeah, my tech people, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. When I started catching plays, I literally pray and ask God, and moving forward with catching plays, I pray and ask God to walk with me through all of it, because I'm literally still doing it scared. And I just can't. I mean, and the kids help so much, because when I come up with an idea and the kids just are excited about it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool. Okay, God, you good. You a good one, because I wasn't gonna do it at first. So that's one thing I learned about myself. It's okay to do it scared.
That's really good. I definitely did my podcast scared for sure. I didn't know what I was doing. I figured it out and asked for help. We needed a microphone. This microphone was actually sent to me by Jeremy. So shout out to Jeremy. So, it takes a village, truly. But your question is, what did we learn about ourselves through the process of I would say it's okay to feel my own feelings, because I think I hold space for other people to talk about their emotions and what they're going through, and I feel like I'm a great listener. But at the same time, I realize that like I'm a person too. I have feelings too that need to be like held and taken care of. So I took a massive step back, and honestly, I did use school as like an excuse. That's not to say getting my master's wasn't like a huge accomplishment. It's something that I'm forever going to be proud of, but I'm glad that I also took a step back and focused on me and figured out what I wanted to do in my career, in my life as a young Black woman, like still figuring it out. I said it in my grad speech, but I have an AI therapist, which has been helping me as well. Everyone has thoughts on AI and technology and stuff, but for me, it helped me to see things differently. And yeah, it's still a process, but I would say it's good to feel your own feelings and take your own advice.
And I'll say the same thing. I mean, I started a show back in 2019. You think you're going to get views and people going to watch this and it's going to be support. And it took one of my frat brothers to pull me to the side and say, hey, man, what you're doing is bigger than you. It's bigger than what you're doing. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about who subscribe, who don't, and now 6 years in, I'm able to put out that, and people see it, oh, he asking this, but to be very honest, I don't. I care about the impact it's giving to people. I don't really care that much about the views, man. I post now and be like, all right, cool. And another thing I also learned, man, is that to listen. I realized how much I didn't listen to people. We listen to respond. And podcasting has a way of making you turn everything off and just say, and it helps in life. I wrote about it in my book, The Art of Networking. You network and build community off of people knowing that you're listening. Not that you're, oh man, I can help you. Like, that's not what people want. People want you to listen and be there for them. And sometimes being there for them is you being quiet and listening, man. And podcasting helped me with communicating with my wife, with friends. And I sit down and I'm able to listen and able to come back with, oh, you ready for me? Okay, cool. And sometimes people may see it as pausing, but my wife understood it now. Like, dang, I done got better. Oh, she commended me. I'm like, my wife commended me. I'm good. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's the thing I have got out of podcasting, man, that you're going to do it in fear. You're going to be scared, but the numbers, it don't matter because they're going to come, man. Stuff going to come. Different things are going to be able to come your way. And that's why we have community. I'm thankful to even be here today because this community off of what I've been doing, and I ain't think nobody, oh, dang, you doing this? So just thankful, man. That's all I had.
Yeah, and this is the interesting one that I want to see where y'all at because I know the vision I got for each and every one of y'all. And I'm after this, I'm gonna sow into each and every one of y'all brand. I'll get y'all Cash App, Zelle, whatever, but I just want to sow into each and every one of y'all that's on here. But how can other people better support you as a creator in y'all brands? What do y'all feel is a better way people can, support better?
Hmm. I mean, for me, it's the direct support would just be supporting the kids who don't want to pour into kids. That I mean, like I said, it's not about me no more. You know what I'm saying? I had my time. You know what I'm saying? But and what I highlight is just the kids. So if anything, I say pour into the kids. Leave a comment or something. Say something encouraging under those videos, or privately reach out to them and say, "I love what you do. Keep going," because that's what keep these kids going. Honestly, when they feel seen, they feel heard, and that's what keeps them in that sport or in whatever I should say extracurricular activities that they're doing, because there is a thing out there called the streets, and if we don't get them, the streets will, and the streets will big them up, and they might big them up in a way that we already know how they gonna big them up, and they're gonna gravitate to wherever they feel the love the most. So I say one way to directly support Catchn Plays would be to continue to pour into the kids and just show them some love.
That's a great question. I'm that person that I'm always asking that to people, like how can I support? How can I support? I'm not so much like how asking people how they can support me because I feel like I'm still growing my brand and building it. Like as told by Victoria is like my blog brand that I first started in like 2019 and then the Feel Your Feelings podcast in like 2021. So I feel like it's still like a little baby. But I did create some laptop stickers a little while back for my podcast, and I was selling them on campus for like $5 each. And I sold out. Actually, I don't have any more with me, but I'm thinking of restarting an online shop. So once I start that, whenever I start that, they can support me by purchasing some laptop stickers. They can listen to my show. They could send me messages. They could check in because like I'm not always in a good mood. I have days where I'm up when I'm down. If you saw me yesterday, you'd be like, that's not the same person. So just check in, ask like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You won't be bothering me. I might take a minute to respond, but just check in and ask because there's that saying that says check in on your strong friends. And it's so true. Like that person that you think has it all together, you might want to send them a message. So yeah.
Indeed, and I did that on Friday. I said, give people their flowers while they still can smell them. I really mean that, man. The people that I bring on the show, leave comments. You know, these people want to see that. They help traction with the show. Yes, it's not about numbers, but those views make other people come. You know how the thing go. But something that's very important that I've been knowing is if you want somebody on here, you know, need to be an athlete, a doctor, a lawyer that you know, anybody, any profession, send them my way. You know, email me. I'm about to have my website up. So reach out, you know, and I'm not too big. I never would be too big for you to reach out. I had some people as of late, hey man, I ain't know you still, I ain't know. I'm like, look, I am Jeremey Robinson. I'm from Folk Valley, Georgia, man. Like I'm from the South. I ain't that type of person. Just send a person my way and I'll come. Like we can set the show up. So definitely send people my way, you know, if you want to get involved with the It Factor podcast, just reach out. You know, always need help, always looking to do something new, always looking to build a bridge with someone. So that's something I would say.
And what will be your dream guest or a famous person that you want to meet that you might have already that you would love to have with your brand, like with you, Domo, that you would love to meet or to just have conversation with or even support your brand? And then the rest of y'all, who would y'all like to have on y'all show or even meet if it's somebody famous or whatever?
My GOAT guard, I met him, Allen Iverson. And that was like, yo, that's AI. Like I was the inner child in me. Oh my God. But LeBron, Jordan, my all time GOAT. So if I could just get Jordan in a shirt or something, that's cool with me. But yeah, LeBron, yeah, Jordan for sure. That's my dream. Yeah.
Ooh, that's so good. I'm trying to see how I can follow that. Like, what? Two people came to mind immediately. So Kiki Palmer, I feel like she would just be a blast to talk to. She's such a ray of light, so funny, so full of energy and like full of wisdom for like such a young age. So I feel like she could bring a lot of depth and a lot of like practical advice for young people that are really just trying to get into their careers, whether that's in entertainment, well, especially entertainment, and like how to stick with it instead of like, she does a lot of different things. She's an entrepreneur, actress, singer. So I would love to pick her brain. Another person might be controversial, but who came to mind for my podcast is Justin Bieber. So I don't know if y'all seen Justin's. Love you, Justin. We love you. But on his Instagram, he's been going in and he's been revealing his heart, and he's a new father now and everything, and a lot of people are asking him like, are you okay, and like the last story that I saw he posted, he's like, please stop asking me if I'm okay, because I'm not asking you guys any questions about your life. Like, leave me alone, let me do me. So I would just love to genuinely like talk to him and ask how he's doing, not as a fan, but just like as a person, as a human being, and get to know more about who he is and where this is coming from. So yeah, shout out Justin Bieber. Love, all love.
Yeah, and I have a couple, man. I had the luxury of bringing on some of my favorites so far. But I would say Shannon Sharp still gonna stand on that, man. You know why? I'm from South Georgia, grew up knowing about him, watched him with my grandma and with my family, man, play football, make that transition. So I would love to see how he's doing. Like, minus all how the world look at you. You know how I go with the show. I treat every person the same. I really want to know, hey, man, how you feel? What's going on, Another thing is I've been working on is getting Mike Vick on, man. I love Mike Vick, love what he stands for. And God has really been using him to impact young men. And that's something that I want young men on my show to be able to see. Then also Cam Newton, man. Real big Cam Newton fan. So those are my top three that I have in the back burner. But also I have Marshawn Lynch, too. Beast mode, definitely got it. Before I leave this earth, man, we're going to have a conversation. So definitely.
And what do you guys want y'all legacy to be with y'all brand, y'all podcast, and even as an individual that others see y'all when they think about y'all brand and what y'all are allowing the people to see and be a part of and live through?
I guess I want to be remembered by outreach, giving back into the community, pouring into the community, and being there for the kids. Like they my own, I call them all my cousins, like, cause we family. Everybody my cousin. Over the weekend we was at festivals and stuff, and the kids coming up saying cousin, and my parents are seeing it, and they like, this is crazy. Like, so I think that's how I want to be remembered for, giving back to the kids, showing the kids that they are seen, and creating opportunities moving forward. My team is getting bigger, and I'm employing people, so that's a beautiful thing. Thank God for that. And who knows where God will have me in the next 2 to 3 years. So I'm just moving with him.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think for me, spreading kindness, because the more kindness you put out, the more you get back. I truly believe that. I truly believe that everyone wants to be heard and seen and felt. And as a person of faith, I believe that we are all extensions of God's divine consciousness. So yeah, I just want to be like a good person. I also want to have an impact on the culture in some way, because there's so much that there's so much Black excellence, and I just want to like be a part of that in like some way, shape, or form. And I'm really inspired by it as well. So whatever industry that is, but yeah, that's it.
And I have a question, man, on my show. I always say, when it's all said and done, what you like to be remembered for? And I just want people to remember me as being nice, man, being that positive person. My slogan for the show is changing the narrative. And a lot of people probably get it misconstrued. Sometimes they probably, you changing the... No, changing the narrative is, man, let's stop all the negativeness. It's easy to see all that. I grew up with that. grew up seeing that. So let's push more positivity. It's not that hard. We make it that hard. So I want to be remembered as a nice person, man. When I bring kids to this world, it's like I have my family now, I want to remember, man, he was nice. He was nice. He was always willing to help people, because that's what we're here for at the end of the day, to help people, as much as we can.
Hey, what's one word used to describe you as your individual self? What's one word you would use to describe yourself?
That's a good one. Anointed. I'm gonna say anointed. Cause what's been created. I can't even I'm speechless when I talk about Catchn Plays, because that's all I could. It's really just God. So God put His hands on this. This is anointed. So that's the only thing I can say is anointed.
I'm chewing on that. I'm chewing on that. Mm, I'm really chewing on that. Like, one word, just one, to describe me.
If you need to add a word, you can add a word.
Loving. Loving.
And I would say impactful, man. Some of the stuff I have done. No, let's say all. Pat myself on the back. All the stuff I have done, man, to see kids say, dang, I want to do that. Or, hey, you're an engineer too? Or, hey, how I could do that? Or, you wrote a book? Man, I heard a kid say that. Then I heard a young adult say that. Then I heard an old head say that. I said, I touched multiple generations. I did something. I did something. So impactful, man.
And whatever comes to mind, I want y'all to speak something positive to the youth and to people who are looking to follow in the footstep as we do, because we are 4 individuals. We're changing the narrative as we catching plays, walking in our purpose, and feeling our feelings.
If I could give any kid advice, I would say to move with God. Do it scared. Even if it don't make sense, I that resonates with me. I just did a video on that. But even when it don't make sense, God gave it to you for a reason, and over time it's gonna make sense. And when it makes sense, that's when the people gonna start coming around, because it's making sense. So yeah, whatever you're going through in life, the journey makes the story. So just keep moving forward. Your story was already written at birth. So all you gotta do is just walk and move with God. And I'm gonna leave with that.
I'm gonna say, if you build it, they will come. So the lady, the keynote speaker that spoke at my graduation is the widow of Steve Jobs, Lorene Powell Jobs, and she said, "Move fast and build things." So that's where I got the inspiration from. With that, is that whatever you build or whatever you create, your audience is going to be attracted to you, and they're going to want to listen to you. They're going to want to support you. They're going to want to be in your corner. So just trust that whatever you build, whatever you create, like, your audience is going to be right there waiting for you. It takes faith, it takes confidence and purpose. And this is really advice to me, because there's so many ideas and things that I have in my mind. I'm just like, I don't know if people are going to like that. But we built our platforms and people are watching us. So if I didn't build what I built, I probably would have never met you all. So yeah.
And I say one out and not all 4 of us has had this brand. Just do it. Do it scared. Do it happy. Do it when you don't feel like doing it, because in all that you're doing, God is with you. So take that with you, and also don't be afraid to fail. I push that so much, because without failure is no success. You know, a great coach told me that back years ago, and I'm 30 years old and still using it because I started to realize I started failing and then I started succeeding. I started to realize the failing didn't even matter. It actually pushed me and propelled me more. So every time you're failing, you're doing something right. So keep going, you know, especially to our young people in today's time. Keep going. Don't give up on it. And you like Nike. I know y'all still like Nike, so just do it. You know, definitely.
Lastly, before we leave, what's next for you? You got any projects, goals, and where can people follow you at?
We continuing to catch plays, man. I just did a camp, some tournaments this weekend, so I'm gonna be dropping more content this week on that. Be on the lookout for it. We started doing documentaries. I took four kids from my community, and I'm doing a documentary on them. I'm following them through their whole high school journey, just so kids can see the ins and outs of being a true student athlete. As well as the things that they have to navigate off the court. I want to expose that part to it, so people see that it's not easy. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. But if you move with God and you focus on the goal at hand, who knows where your journey will go. So we've already started doing a couple of documentaries already with the episodes out there on YouTube, Catchn Plays. You can follow us on Instagram, Catchn Plays Official, Facebook, Catchn Plays, TikTok, Twitter, Catchn Plays. We are everywhere. We also have a website with merch, catchndplays.com/store. So we get some good stuff. We got a lot of good. We got a lot of good. So we got compressions and everything. So the kids will be on the court. They got the compressions on. They got the socks on. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that stuff. The documentaries, the mixtapes. We got a lot of projects coming up this summer with AAU ball and stuff. So yeah, some surprises might be in the works. So yeah, just follow us and see. I ain't gonna tell you. I want you to be excited when you see it.
I like that. Like, it's a secret.
Yeah.
But,
Some more AI content for you, man. I ain't even put the vlog out yet, so yeah, yeah.
that's so exciting. I want some of your merch too. I would love some of your merch. If you need a brand ambassador, hit me up.
Hey, y'all shoot me your sizes. Let's see what we can do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For me, I would say project wise, bringing the podcast back. That's definitely something I'm working on. I just got my master's, as you know, in integrated design, business, and technology from USC. And I'm super blessed and grateful for that. And I'm actually job hunting right now. And I'm actually looking into the sports and entertainment industry. So, Jeremy, when you said just do it, I'm like, Nike? It would be a dream to work for Nike. For sure. One of my final projects at USC was actually creating like a luxury sports athleisure brand. And one of the newest products that Nike Women has is like this new like webbed top, this like sports top. And that's something that I created as a project. So I'm like reaching out to people that work at Nike Women, trying to introduce myself and put myself out there. Because again, as a kid, my first love was sports. It was tennis. So I really want to like bring my younger self into the process and be like, hey, like why don't we explore that again? Like it's never too late to really go back to your first love. And yeah, long term, we'll see. I mean, I would love to be back in LA at some point and eventually work for the Olympics or work to bring the Olympics to LA, because there's going to be all eyes in LA come 2028 and leading up to 2028. So yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot happening. So if you have any leads, hit me up, please. Thank you.
Man, that's what's up. We may gonna have to talk. You know, I got a couple track stars, you know, that, you know, be there. So we make something happen. I can help you out. Let's see what I can do. But yeah, man, I say the Hit Factor podcast, we everywhere, man. We about to have another website launch, so I'm happy about that. finally got one of my classmates. And when us engineers and computer scientists get together, we do great things. So thankful to have her, man. I'll be dropping that soon. Like Dominique said, I got some little secrets coming out too. So, I got to keep that hush hush, but got some things coming that I'm trying to be sitting down with some people and making some things happen. But I'm going to let you know though, Danjuan, you're my boy. So I'm definitely let you know on top. But nah, man, got some shows coming out, trying to push out season 6. I'm actually going to go longer than I usually have, man. So trying to get that definitely out, bro. And I'm just thankful to be able to just impact people. Got people signing up. And it's kind of catching me off guard because I'm like, oh, man, they signed. I be telling my wife, like, dang, somebody signed. Okay, cool. I'm writing down as I'm going. I'm like, that ain't nothing but God. So a lot of good things coming to the It Factor podcast. But you can find me on YouTube at the It Factor podcast. On Instagram at the It Factor Podcast, and also on TikTok at the It Factor Podcast, and on Facebook, the It Factor Podcast, or my first name, Jeremey Robinson. So definitely, man, that's how you find
me. Yeah, definitely amazing. From Domo, I got the motivation and the courage to go, because I didn't know how I was going to be at these games where I'm going. So I started seeing. So when I first started recording people, I was in the stand. Then I said, let me try to get lower. Let me see. Then I made my way to the court and seeing how it was. But I got the motivation and courage, from Domo and just stuff that she has helped me with and different things like that. And then even you, Jeremy, telling me just keep doing it. Just don't be afraid. Just reach out or, a lot of times where I was going through, I was getting mad because the guest was spinning me, and I was feeling some type of way, so I kept going through that. But then just knowing all things do come together and work together, for those that believe, just like today happened. And that's all I kept on saying, Lord, all things work together, because each and one of these individuals, I want to be appreciative to them. I want to know that they are blessed and they're God favor in their life. And where 2 or 3 are gathered, God is in the midst. So I thank each and every one of y'all for, what y'all doing and what God is doing in y'all life. Domo, keep walking in faith, keep on being strong and bold and courageous, because God is going to continue to put you on a platform and put you on the same with all the different brands, with all the different people. God is elevating you right now in this season, and you've been close to him. You're hearing him speak. So continue to move with that and know if God is for you, who could be against you? Victoria, as you work and look for a job in this transition season, know that God got you. Trust and believe him, because he will open them doors, because he's a way maker. He's a provider. He shall provide all our needs according to his riches and glory. So the right job is going to be out there for you. He's going to put you around all the people that you need to be around to get the job that you need, that fit for you, for he can get the glory in it. And Jeremy, you continue to walk, be faithful, continue to have that heart after God, continue to love on his people, and continue to be strong in his weakness. In our weakness, his strength is made whole. So he will continue to give you the strength and the capacity to be able to be effective like you need to be, and get you to all those avenues that you need to be, reaching the different people that you need to reach to as well. Yeah, so
thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, man. I appreciate this. We're going to support each other. We're going to be there for each other. And, we're going to continue to let God get the glory in all 4 of these brands and all 4 of what we touch, because can't nobody do us like we do. But with God, we can even be much more effective and amazing.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Made my week, man. It's only Monday.
Yeah. Same.
So we're going to continue to change the narrative with the It Factor, Catchn Plays. We're going to continue to watch those plays and watch how the youngsters they performing so good, and watch even the stages that she gets elevated to. We're going to continue to feel our feelings by knowing that we got to check on each other, check on ourselves, and make sure we stay connected to God while we walk in our purpose on purpose.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all. It's been amazing.